7 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good morning, and God bless you. We're having a terrific Thursday here at KNLY 91.1 The Boss. I am Orlando Daniels, your host of today's Entrepreneur, and I pray that you are having a fruitful week, and I'm certain everyone is looking forward to the weekend. I'm excited to introduce my guest as always. Today's guest is very unique in nature. I was sitting here preparing to come on, and I could hear the Spirit of the Lord just drop in my spirit. Every relationship has a story. And so I want to introduce to you Mr. Saeed Rizvi, that the owner of Asbisco Senior Advisor. But we're going to talk about the beginning stages of how we met and the uniqueness of not just his name, but his overall company. Met him over at Ella Springs Senior Care Facility on the behalf of Always Best Care Senior Services. And he introduced himself, and upon doing so, he did something. And so I want you all to meet Mr. Saeed, and then we're going to talk about that day. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Orlando.
Good morning.
Great to be here. Excited to share thoughts about what I do and the services, how they help my clients.
You know, being in this industry, we're going to talk about not just the name of your company and how you came up with it and the reason behind it. But I remember when we met at the Ella Springs with Miss Sylvia, and upon meeting, you introduced yourself and introduced your company. And then right afterwards, you said, I got a reward for those who can remember my name. And no one could remember not only your name, but what you had said. And I think when we consider introducing our business, our brand, and the reason behind why we do what we do, what made you come up with, and we know you had nothing to do with your birth name, but what made you come up with Asbisco?
When I started to think about being an entrepreneur and getting into doing things myself, I thought about creating an entity which is organic, which I can grow and develop, and I can create a brand out of it and be what does not exist in the current market. And one of the reason for choosing the name of the company as Asbisco, by the way, it has nothing to do with Nabisco, which kind of rhymes, but you know, and it's funny because one of the lady kind of came up with this, that it's Asbisco pronounced like Nabisco, but we are not cookies. So it was more about trying to come up with a name which is small, and of course not pay arm and leg to get the domain name. So, and this is something that we were able to settle on.
You know, when I think about, business owners, today's entrepreneur is just geared towards, highlighting and promoting businesses, not just here in the Houston area, but around the world. But when I interact with people, we got a chance to talk prior to coming on, I'm often intrigued by what motivates or what pushes a person to do what it is that they do in relations to starting a business. Some people are motivated by money. Some people are motivated because they desire or they're passionate about that particular entity or whatever it is that they're, branding or establishing. What made you decide to get over into the senior care?
It's a long story. We don't have time right now to share the complete details. But in short, I had an aunt and uncle. I'm from India, and I came here in 2001. Went to University of Houston, did my undergrads in marketing and business, and then went to Prairie View A&M to do my MBA.
Okay.
And after that, I started working, and I worked in corporate America for 12, 13 years. And when I started thinking about creating, I'm a big believer in creating stuff and not just consuming stuff. And one of the ways I wanted to manifest that was create something for myself as a entity that I can achieve and do things. When I started thinking about it, healthcare was not on my radar, but one of my really close aunt and uncle, they got sick, and their family was not in town, so the sons, they got the maid to take care of them, but they could not take care. And the last conversation when I had with them, they were really begging. They were telling me to pray to God that they die, because they were just very miserable and horrible. And that got thinking to me that there could be something to help people in this situation. And that's how I got introduced to healthcare.
I love to hear stories. You remember I started off by saying there's a story behind every relationship. And I believe there's a story behind every business or every book, every film, every song that is written. There's a story behind it. And so for you to become, not just get pregnant, but to birth the vision as Bisco, and the story behind it says a lot about you, not just in, because that's family, but being in this particular industry and choosing to, brand yourself, because, we talked earlier about, most company who establish senior care facilities normally go the franchise route, and you chose to, do something totally different. Which says just so much about you, Saeed, as a business owner as well as an entrepreneur. Let's talk about some of the services that you provide in the actual area or market that you're in.
So I am a certified senior advisor, and what it means that I have professional training to understand the aging process and the issues that impact an aging person. That could be social, legal, financial issues. I chose to use my certification to focus on the senior living side of the things. And so as a certified senior advisor, my goal is to work with seniors and their families to find them a long-term residential care facility. That could be an independent living, assisted living, a memory care facility, or a residential or a personal care home. The goal and my aim is not to just find them a place where they can live happily, but also have them the desires and the wishes, because people are going to live 10, 15, sometimes even longer, because we are living longer now. And so there has to be a place where they can make new friends, and they can do things which they could not do earlier in their life. And one of the things that I really focus on is understanding and uncovering the needs and the unknown desires of the person and the family. So when I go meet with them, excuse me, I meet with them, I do an initial consultation, I do a needs assessment, I understand what they're looking for, and then in a couple of days I go back and I present them with a few options. I take them to the tour, I explain to them the reason why I have chosen that facility.
Okay.
So it makes sense to what their needs are. And really, most of the time, they will take the first or second facility I show them more than 90-95% of the time. And it's a fast process. For me, my goal is to save time and trouble. I'm not going to there show 15 or 20 properties, because if I understand the needs of the person, the needs of the family, whether it's a social need or a clinical need or behavioral need, I should be able to, with my experience and knowledge of the senior living industry, get to the point and explain to them what's important, what's things that they should know to focus on, and get them to those facilities.
You know, when you consider what you do, and you're the first in reference to an advisor that literally comes in and actually that's what most people do with certain facilities. They sit with whomever and determine, which facility is best suited for them. And I love that. That says a lot about you. It says a lot about your character. And just listening, because I mentioned early on that a lot of people get in business and they see the financial aspect. But being able to see the individual, being able to see the needs of people. I often say, head, heart, wallet. But we have to, understand why we were all put here on earth, that we were all created with other people in mind, and there's an overall purpose, and you're actually walking it out. And so I applaud you. So how can someone actually get in contact with you? Facebook, Instagram, phone number to
Yes, so
your
I have
expertise? Go
a
ahead.
website. It's asbico, asbico.com. We have a Facebook page. It's at Asbico Advisor, and I'm on LinkedIn with my name. I also have a YouTube channel. And the phone number that everybody needs to know is 832-821-5161. That's the work number, and my direct cell number is 281-687-0612. I tell people I'm available from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. You call me. If I am not able to pick up your phone, I will call you back because in our business, service is really important, and it is very important for anyone to know that they are going to get an answer. And the big thing that I tell people that all my services are a free community service. We are not charging anything to the family. And the way we do it is we have contracts with almost all the facilities, whether it's Montgomery County, Harris County, Fort Bend, Brazoria County, and those communities pay us a fixed amount of fee. And when I started the company, I did not want to be worried about the financial earnings when I'm working with families, so I decided to just have a fixed fee. So whether you are looking for a $10,000 a month facility or a $1,000 a month facility, it does not impact me. So when I sit with family, I'm not even worried about how much money I'm going to make out of that transaction, because I'm focusing more on what their needs are and how I can help them to be living their life in a better way. Because a lot of families, when I see, like especially the adult children, they're worried about the parents being alone, loneliness, the being just by home. And data proves it that if a person goes into a facility where it's assisted living or independent living, they have company, they have activities, they have a lot of interaction with other human beings, and it increases their longevity by a good 6 months to a year. And and really, it's one of the major point that we were talking earlier about, that people don't know about my services. Like when you want to buy a home, you know that there is something called a realtor that you can go and talk to. Now you may or may not choose to use a realtor to buy or sell a house, but at least you know. In our industry, what we are called, sometimes referred to as a placement or a referral agent, families don't know that something like this exists, and that's one of the kind of, I guess, a drawback that we are trying to avoid by marketing ourselves and being in front of families.
You know, when I think about other senior care facilities, or those who do placements, for me, I market for Always Best Care Senior Services, and being trained, Kelly Britton is amazing. She's made me aware a little bit more about this industry and the importance of family first. And it says a lot about you because that is your overall focus. For somebody to say it doesn't matter if whether it's 10,000 or 1,000, that sets you apart. And so I definitely want to reiterate one more time, just in case. It'll all be on my page and on KNLY's page. But I want you to give out again your Facebook, Instagram, and your phone number again, because I think people need to know a little bit more about your services.
Yes, I can be reached on phone. My cell number is 281-687-0612. My work number 832-821-5161. My website is www.asbico.com. Facebook is at SBICO Advisor. And YouTube is kind of linked to the Facebook and the Instagram as well.
Okay. Listen, once again, I'm your host, Orlando Daniels. This is today's entrepreneur. Listen, I want you all to get in contact with this gentleman, Mr. Saeed, with Mr. Abisco, Senior Advisor, man that has the hard name to pronounce, not just his first name, his last name, and his company name, but he actually has the heart of the people. So I want you all to reach out to him, do me a favor, and allow him to come and assist you and yours. Anything else you'd like to say, sir?
Yeah, and what I would like to say that if anybody has any need, I'm always happy to help people. If you're looking for just a general discussion, you can call me and have a brief conversation. I'll try to help. I help a lot of people who have like Medicaid, looking for, in fact after this I have to have a phone call with a lady. She is in Kansas and her mother is here, and she wants my help to find a Medicaid facility. So, and again, I help with people whatever the senior living situation is, whether it's a nursing home or a hospital or just like a long-term residential.
Well, you said you was wondering, you wanted people to know about your business. They didn't know. They know now. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's Entrepreneur. I'm Orlando Daniels. This is KNLY 91.1, The Boss. You all be blessed. Make it a blessed day.
Thank you.